Me and my brother Weston inherited a lot of money, and we decided here in the 1980s to start our very own farm. And we have the goal of making it as successful as possible and growing it all the way to the present day. What we succeed, what we fail, find out today's video. P.S. Thank you, G, for posting. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get this connected here. And there we go. We have our wagon, or first set of wagons connected, and I'm probably going to use the semi truck to take them down there with me. Well, we are finally getting ready for harvest season, and part of harvest season means getting the tractors ready to rock and roll. I've already been looking over the combine and looking over this machine right here. Everything looks as perfect condition as we could get it going into this year, but I do got to tell you guys about some of the stuff currently going on around the farm. So Weston is going to be gone for a little bit, have some mic issues, so we're just going to keep on trucking on without him, and we all know how it is. The farming must go on. So we're just going to run over here and go ahead and park this up. Then we're going to bring the semi truck out, then we'll bring the gleaner on out here. We're just going to run one combine, especially since it's not going to be someone able to be here to help run stuff back and forth. I feel like one combine should be more than enough. Another choice I've decided to go ahead and do, we're going to knock out these beans, especially because they have a ton of weeds in them. So that means we need to go ahead and get these things knocked out. They're not going to produce the best anyway, as you guys can see. I'm not expecting the most amount of yield out of these beans, but we'll get what we can get out of these and the other ones. So I'm going to walk on back to the main farm, get the semi truck, bring it out here. That should be all we should need for hauling the beans, and then we can get the gleaner. Alrighty, we got the gleaner N6 combine ready to go. Got the corn header back there. We're probably going to try to upgrade that corn header to a little bit bigger of one. It's a simple 6-row, I want to say, is all this. Alright, we'll go and flip that on right there. Is that revving up? Everything sounds pretty good. Don't hear nothing wrong. Yep, we look good. Alright, swather engage. There we go. We are harvesting the first bit of beans. Now, I'm not expecting much out of yield out of these beans, but we are at least getting a bit of them harvested right now. It's going to take us a hot minute to get this field done. Alrighty, there is the first load of beans already. We got about 70% doing both headlands. I decided it was about the right time to take it on. Now we'll just knock out the rest of this field. I don't think this will take too long, actually. I have some good hopes that we should be done in about 15-ish minutes with this field, and then we got to head up north and grab the last bean field. Oh, my bad. We actually have 2 other bean fields. Never mind, we got a lot of beans to harvest. We're gonna be doing this for a little bit. Unloading the tank. So we're actually a little bit better off than I thought we were going to be with this field originally. We're sitting about 60, probably about 70% in this once everything's all said and done. 73%. So we're sitting a lot better off. We actually might have to use a semi truck. We're definitely gonna take the semi truck all the way over to the other field, because that little grain cart setup is going to be full. And I don't know why I keep saying grain cart. I've been doing a lot lately. I mean gravity wagon. Well, we finished up that field right there. It actually went by a little bit better, and we got a little bit, pretty much a better yield than I was ever expecting. I was expecting a lot worse of a yield out of this. So we got that full wagon set right there, full, and we've actually got a little bit put in this truck as well now, because we have about 40% left in here, about 14% inside of the truck. The next step will be moving the combine. Go ahead and moving the combine, starting that harvest. Depending on how stuff goes, we may not ever actually move the semi truck, depending on how the field looks. But with no further ado, I think we got the first field done, so it's time to turn the radio up and let's enjoy this.
Born over a fault line, bad teeth and worse habits, high heels in a trailer. If you want it, you should have it. Cracking like a glacier, any semblance of restraint. Simple observations of a tired out complaint. I get in my own way. 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 Amplifier washes glass up in the sand, panning through the static for the sound of the fan. Underneath the bleachers, on the fringes of the game, chanting combinations of some tired out complaints. I get in my own way. 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 Lucians fill the picture. Gossip magazines, holes in both my sneakers. I'm the last one off the train. Pulled by the horizon, by the burning yellow flame, wanting for an answer to this tired out complaint. I get in my own way. 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 I get in my own way.
Well, we finally got the other fields majority harvest. We are getting this field knocked out. We have about a couple more rounds left, I had to say, not much more. And this thing is full. We get to go set up the grain auger now because everything we have is completely full to the brim. Alrighty, get this thing hooked on up. Got to make a quick turn right here. And now we got to set this up to our best ability. Go ahead and unfold this. I'm just gonna try to put it over this last one right here for the beans. Okay, so the beans are going into here. As you guys can see, we're getting beans. Did not know if we would or wouldn't, but they are unloading. Well, we got 4 more passes left after this one, and then we'll be knocked this out for the day, and I think that's where we're gonna probably call it. Cattle have already been fed. I fed them this morning when I first woke up. We managed somehow to get that conveyor belt set up. It was not fun. And just as fast as it all started, we are finally done harvesting soybeans for the year. So this last little bit right here, we just gotta go ahead, back it on up right there, unload into the Parker. So we ended up filling up this front, the back Parker, and this entire semi truck is also full. So we got to take it on over here and get unloaded. So the semi truck is fully unloaded. Now we can just unload this right here. So we got 67% with both of these. So if I say that's 100% and then another number for the other one. There we go. So that's down. You've got to be kidding me. If it ain't one thing with this thing, it's another. All right, attempt number 2 on this back wagon. And yes, I broke the back axle. If you can't tell, this is kind of the way the day goes for me. Everything goes fine with normal harvesting, but yet these wagons want to be a pain in the rear end. Okay, now we just got to switch over here, move it on over. Come on, that should be more than enough. Aha! We can finally unload the last little bit of beans. We finally are unloading the last little bit of beans, and it's going into here. Hold up. How much we have? Oh, hold on. We have a lot of beans in here. Oh, we have the cash. I would like to next year probably pick up like field 17 or 18 or like another field that's a little bit closer is what I'd love to do. I'm finally done. I'm parking the wagons, shutting it down right there. I'm done. Gonna get this thing out of the way. There we go. Finally got that put up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put everything back, get everything ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be corn harvest. And we got not the most, but we do got a little bit of corn we need to get out of the ground. So we'll go ahead and get that started tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for those who showed me the entire family. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.